Hey, this is Miragloff, and I am on the BGSF Minecraft server in the PvP world map, which may only be lasting a week or two, depending on the information that we have about 1.8. Apparently, it's getting updated. It's coming out soon. Don't know when, or well, I don't know if that's true or not. I'm a little bit skeptical myself, but the PvP city may not last very long. But this isn't another tour of that. This is going to be a tour of the updates to Solmine. They're not particularly recent, but there's a significant enough to show. They're finishing up the walls here. I'm going to give them a little bit of cobblestone, and then I'm going to teleport to Solmine. Alright. Alright. This much has not changed. Oh, I don't know what that means, Lego. You'll have to explain that to me when I ask later, if I remember to. So, first of all, the soul mine walls, they are cobblestone now instead of wood. There's this. I think it's supposed to be an arena. And this is the Caffeinated Jedi's dog kennels. They're whimpering, so I'm pretty sure haven't been fed. So hopefully when they all die, Caffeinated Jedi doesn't start accusing people of murdering his dogs, because he said that he knew that his dogs would be intentionally murdered if they died while they were in there. But people haven't really been on this a whole lot much lately, since the PvP map is pretty much rendered Soul Mine useless. Soul Mine was conceptually to begin with just a world that Undone and Wampet and others wanted, because they just wanted a roleplay map, since the normal server status is not for roleplay. It's just basically free build, but once 1.8 comes up, it won't be free build. You'll have to roleplay a little bit, such as you have to buy a plot of land to build on it, and there's guards and stuff. I'm a guard. We've officially got commands now, and we have a jail mod where we can teleport people to jail and they can't leave or edit the jail. And I'm going to leave Solmine. There isn't really much that's changed that is interesting, but I thought I would just add it just in case anyone was wondering what happened to Solmine. It also gave me a chance to explain Solmine's status and why it's changed, why the PvP city, spawn city, is now the testing ground for 1.8, how things will be. on the 1.8 server, because that's what Solmine kind of ended up being, but the PvP map was more active. Therefore, it was the better choice for a testing. And we may not have that much longer to test either, as apparently Notch hopes to release it in the next week or two, the 1.8 update that is. I'm skeptical though, because he's been saying for a while that he wanted to do like another 1.7 update to add some stuff, and he's now saying some of the stuff that's going to be in 1.8 is going to have to be held off to 1.9, so I'm just going to not really get my hopes up, you know. If it happens a week, that's cool. I hope it doesn't really interfere with a project I'm working on now in single player that I'll soon be making videos of. Because I've already put in quite a few hours into it. I wouldn't want to start over again. I'll keep a backup just in case, I guess. And, oh, I am going to show the jail cells in the guardhouse is what I'm going to do. Lastly, so we just type in a command and it teleports the criminal in here, one of these two jails, for an amount of time that we can set. And how we have it for the RP is that a criminal is considered caught when we've either killed them or they have turned themselves in. If they turn themselves in, their sentence is halved. And pretty much all crimes is a sentence of 10 minutes. I don't know if we're forcing them to be not AFK. I think that would be stupid to force them to be at the keyboard the whole time, as that's just going to make people either not want to be outlaws and or just not play on the server. And I know it sounds silly to say that we don't want people to not... It sounds silly to say that's going to cause people to not be outlaws, since that's what criminal punishment is intended for, but this is role play. We want there to be outlaws because it's fun being a guard. It's fun having city guards. Some people don't like the idea of it being allowed for people to, like outlaws, to steal their stuff. There's a couple people who've spoken against it, but I'm sure they'll come around. I mean, it's how it's going to be, because the current server, how it was, is it became that way because most people, not most people, but quite a few people did not like that, so we made it that way, and it's kind of boring, really. It's people end up just building stuff, and then once they finish building something in an area, they just start in a new area and start over again. You just have to... You end up sacrificing the permanency of what you build for there to be interesting things happening all the time. You know, with the roleplay with semi-sanctioned griefing, in a sense... Well, I shouldn't say griefing either, because there's some stuff that is bannable. You're not... I don't particularly know off the top of my head what you're allowed to do, but basically tearing up certain things, I guess, would be considered griefing. I think like houses can be griefed, but I think spawn stuff don't grief spawn. I think that is possibly a bannable offense, but I think maybe even griefing within the spawn, I don't think so. I'm not certain about that, but there are limitations. Anything that's obviously not role play for purposes, like something that's just deliberately making trouble for the server in general and not for the fun of it, is probably going to be bannable temporarily, even permanently, depending on case by case at Bone Monsters or Mr. Tank Jump's discretion. Lego God, you are indeed on. I think that's what he was crouching and hopping for. And I'm going to end this video here, as there's nothing really else to show. I mean, I could show off the city walls. They're pretty much finished. There's the city gate. I'm pretty sure I've already showed that off. So, if you liked this video, it's a little bit of news, I guess, for the 1.8 update, and some Solmine information, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And there will be more tomorrow. Have a good one.